Welcome back to Echo Base Network. I am the coach. We've got breaking news in the world of Star Wars. Merry Christmas, guys. Luke Skywalker is back. But oh yeah, this news is bigger than that. Luke Skywalker confirmed getting his own series. This is amazing. At this time, I'm going to bring in our brother over from Valhalla, Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Loki, what's going on, man?
Merry Christmas, everybody. We've got Luke Skywalker.
So this is incredible news, Loki. We're going to jump right into this article, and then we'll dig into the details. While most fans weren't happy with the sequel trilogy, Disney Plus's Star Wars content has been well received. With loads of new shows coming to the service, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy promises that there is a story for everyone in a galaxy far, far away. Fandom Wire can exclusively reveal that Lucasfilm and Disney Plus are in the early stages of developing a Luke Skywalker series set around the time era of The Mandalorian. Having been kept a secret in The Mandalorian's second season finale, Mark Hamill surprised fans with a de-aged look of the character. No word on who is set to direct or produce, but as we said, this project is in early development. For all these reports, it's important to stress that in development means teams connected to Lucasfilm are prepping and writing the following projects. It does not guarantee they will all make it to air. There are talks being held on if Mark Hamill should return with the de-aging technology, but right now, the studio is leaning towards a recast to the expense and current imperfections of the technology. Falcon and the Winter Soldier star Sebastian Stan is one name being considered for the role of the iconic Jedi. That casting would be sure to make fans very happy. Though it may be a recast, we're told Mark Hamill is more than willing to let Sebastian Stan play his character. We'll see what happens as things develop. So Loki, you just heard it right there. We are getting a Luke Skywalker series that is in early development. And what's going to be our initial reaction to that?
You know what they're doing? They're rebuilding the EU. We are getting a live action EU. And honestly, I am excited. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with everything floating around out there, all the rumors going on. You've heard all kinds of stuff, but one of the oldest of those is that Dave Filoni is going to use Ahsoka to remake what happens in the future.
The Veil of the Force.
The Veil of the Force, and that would make the sequel trilogy legends, not canon. And for all those people out there that have been saying that all roads lead to the sequel trilogy, no. Oh. And if they are really going to do this, if this is their plan, they couldn't have started off at a better place. You get Luke, you bring back Mara, you have a wedding, you get to see some Han and Leia, you get a different future where possibly hell you can make everybody happy. The EU is reborn, reforged, and one day maybe you get to see a Rey and Ben Solo wedding because they both went to Luke's Jedi Academy and they both went through the training, and you never get Kylo or Reylo or any of this other horse shit you've got in the sequel trilogy.
I'm going to tell you this, and John Favreau and Dave Filoni, I think they knew what the reaction to Luke would be. I definitely think Favreau knows. I think that the higher-ups at Disney have been so disconnected with the character of Luke Skywalker. I don't think they had any idea that the response was going to be what it is. Ahsoka in Chapter 14 of The Mandalorian was great. Or was that Chapter 13? Yeah, it was Chapter 13. Boba Fett in Chapter 14 was great, but nothing. They can't even hold a candle compared to the finale. When the hero of Star Wars shows back up, Luke Skywalker, they see the reaction. It set the world ablaze. It has brought Star Wars back. Fans are coming back to the franchise by the hundreds of thousands. Does that sound right? By the hundreds of in droves.
The world took a huge deep breath. They gasped, they cheered, they cried. I was there. Yeah. And the love of Star Wars. the Force will be with you always. When he turns around and he says, may the Force be with you. And I'm in my head, the Force will be with you always. You hear the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Man. You feel the excitement.
You're making my hair stand up.
Yes. and suddenly Star Wars is back.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So what's your take on the whole Sebastian Stan thing? And I got tickled, Loki, watching people's reactions to the Mandalorian finale. People were going, is that Sebastian Stan? I never had that thought. That never occurred to me. I'm sitting there looking at a character. I know that's Luke. I wasn't going, is that Sebastian Stan? And I could kind of tell it was Mark Hamill de-aged immediately, and I didn't even have to process that. But what's your thoughts on Sebastian Stan? And the article did mention the cost of de-aging Mark Hamill, and that's why they're kind of leaning the other way.
I'd be perfectly okay with that. What you do is you have Mark Hamill come in, and you have him sit down with Sebastian Stan and say, this is what all of this means. This is the feeling of Luke. You've got no one, and this is why everybody got pissed at Ryan. You've got no one better to tell you who he is than Mark Hamill. It's not just, he played him for 3 movies and that was it. No, he has kept in touch with the books. He has kept in touch with the EU. He has kept in touch with the projects. This guy has done more for Luke Skywalker than anyone else. You could almost say Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker. You have him come in and you have him sit down for however long it takes until Sebastian Stan is Luke Skywalker.
So one thing that makes me a little uncomfortable is anybody playing Luke Skywalker other than Mark Hamill.
Yes.
Like that, there's a level of discomfort there for me. I'm not saying that I don't think Sebastian Stan can pull it off. He certainly can. He certainly favors Mark Hamill. So while I initially would be sitting here in kind of like a state of 50-50, I'm kind of uneasy with this decision. If you look at the track record, especially with season 2, Jon Favreau, we didn't know if they were going to pull Ahsoka off with Rosario Dawson, and they did.
Yep.
We didn't know if Tamora Morrison was going to be able to pull off Boba Fett. Yeah, he was Django. I get it. It was a little easier, certainly, than Rosario Dawson, but he did. He pulled it off.
That's right.
So I'm going to have to shift towards Disney in this regard because of Jon Favreau and his track record as of late.
Are they respectful? That's all that needs to be answered. Are they going to do it right and be respectful? Why was this so impactful? This one episode completely destroyed the sequel trilogy. Why? Because it respected. When he came in there and he threw down like a boss, like a Jedi Master should.
Yeah.
That everybody was like, holy shit. Why? Because they were respectful of who he is and what it means to be that Jedi Master. Why did so many people that love the OT, that love the prequels, why did they have so big of a problem with it? Because they did not respect the character. Ryan said, I know better than you. I know better than all of you. And I know better than the man himself. I know better than Luke Skywalker. And I'm going to do this. And everybody called him on his shit.
Yeah. I love it. That is so true, man. That is so true. And so, guys, you're going to have to let us know what you think in the comments about this. This is such huge news for Star Wars. They're already putting so much effort into Star Wars and keeping it alive. We got 11 shows, 2 feature films coming, and now there's the Book of Boba Fett. They didn't mention that at the investors meeting. They didn't mention Luke Skywalker at the investors meeting. I totally get why they wouldn't do that, but those 2 things are coming to us now, and I got to tell you, Loki, nothing would get me up for Star Wars like Luke Skywalker.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, Coach. If I ever do a face reveal, I will have a notepad in my hand, and it will say, Ryan, your interpretation of Luke sucks.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for dropping by and checking this out. Let us know in the comments what you think. As always, I am the coach here at Echo Base Network. For Nick, he's not in on this one, and our guest co-host, our brother channel, Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Please go give him a sub. He live streams every weekday morning, and nobody can rant like my brother right here. Loki, you got the final word here.
Thank you, brother. It is an honor to be connected with Echo Base Network. You guys are great. You guys were here before me, but we fight together and we fight for the exact same thing. We want good Star Wars. We want good sci-fi. We want good Star Trek. We want good IPs. And that's what we're here to make sure happens. Raise your voices. Speak up, because guess what? They are listening.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Join our channels and let's keep these things alive together.
Hell yeah.
All right. See you guys.